Hey guys, today's video is about men with daddy issues and the signs, symptoms. So let's get into it. Daddy issues do not discriminate, and there are too many men out there who, just like women, have issues with their fathers but never address them. Abandonment issues, commitment issues, and the inability to accept and willingly process emotions are the results of men having daddy issues. By the way, I have other videos on mommy and daddy issues. Check them out if you want to. Links will be in the description box below. And shortly, I wanted to mention what I think I forgot to talk about in those videos is that we'll know many things and issues are coming from our childhood, the way our parents raised us, but when you become conscious of that, it doesn't mean you have to just blame your parents and give all the responsibility for your life and your poor choices on other people. Because playing the victim game never helped anybody. Also, you should realize that your parents also had their own issues and may be struggling as well. So let's talk about the nature of daddy issues. Having daddy issues is a result of an individual's poor relationship with their father. A number of problems associated with daddy issues go from unstable romantic relationships, risky sexual behavior, substance abuse, mental illnesses such as depression and PTSD, as well as a sense of victimhood. Men whose fathers weren't around are not the only ones with daddy issues. Fathers who were present and were good fathers but not so good husbands affect their sons as well. Some of these boys, when they are growing up, want so badly not to be anything like the men who hurt their mother that they end up being mama's boys even when they are adults. Then there are the men who just ignore their fathers. There are many men who repress their issues about family they were raised in. Most men push those thoughts out of their heads, thinking that they are not affected by their father's absence. But it's there, in the back of their heads, sitting there and informing how they deal with their mothers and other women, how they look at and criticize other fathers and other men. It often happens that these symptoms are easier to spot in women. In our society, men are supposed to be strong, therefore many men are used to suppress their emotions from a young age. The danger with such suppressed emotions is that the pain and anger are expressed through violence, because the thing about suppressed emotions is that they're gonna explode at the moments you don't expect them to. So because many people nowadays have daddy issues, some men are making the decision to be better fathers. They do so firstly to break the cycle and secondly to heal their own pain. Having daddy issues is not easy, therefore it's better when partners of people with daddy issues are supportive and patient. Signs of a man having daddy issues. He has a hard time opening up. It's not easy for him to say I love you. For him, love goes hand in hand with pain, and so he's trying to do anything to avoid feeling that way again. He's got a lot of hidden anger inside. He's not respectful to women. If he never had respect from his father as he was growing up, and or his father did not respect his wife's feelings and needs, then it's totally obvious where this kid took this kind of behavior from. That's the standard, the example his dad was showing him throughout his childhood. Some men with daddy issues are drawn to drama. Have you ever noticed how some people easily can say you shouldn't raise your voice on them, or they would simply stop communicating with certain people just because of the way they talk or behave, because it's just unacceptable for them? While others can't say no, they always fight or try to prove their point to someone. Why does it happen? The same story. The father brought drama to their life. It might not have been abuse, but it could have been the trauma of not having him around or not having his support when needed. It is simply what these men got used to since they were kids. Having trust issues. As a child, if someone sees a dad walk out of his life, this leads to insecurities and not being able to trust people so easily. Not letting people get too close. Severe feelings of competition with other men, mostly due to anger. A difficult time being vulnerable. Ready for arguments, always ready to pick a fight, and never willing to lose one for the right reasons. When a little boy sees his dad arguing or being physically abusive, then that pattern of behavior goes to his subconscious mind, and for him it's very natural to believe that arguments and even abuse is normal. A man with daddy issues may feel drawn to partners who are also mean, distant, or absent. Another thing, a man with daddy issues always has a fear of finding his father's habits in someone he loves, or discovering that he might have the awful qualities of his dad himself. For better or for worse, the relationship you had with your father figure can affect the way you view other relationships throughout the rest of your life. So, if we happen to date men with daddy issues, how do we deal with their behavior? First off, don't try to fix them, only they can make a change, but you can be a good support. Find out how he expresses his feelings and make him feel comfortable showing his emotional side. Try to talk more about your feelings with him, especially when he does something special for you, when he makes you happy. Some men with daddy issues are broken, so try to build him with your love. Remember, people with daddy issues just don't feel loved. They didn't have that in their childhood, and if they don't realize and address the problem, if they think it doesn't matter, they keep this vibe all the time with them. They will always need reassurance that they are wanted and needed. They unconsciously seek their father's love and approval through their partners. Anyway, hopefully you found in this video what you were looking for. I personally think that it's therapeutic, at least to get the information to your head, and it will make a difference to your understanding of patterns and choices in your life. Wish you a beautiful day. Okay, bye.